can go for the width of that line and make the width more thicker. So this is how you bring in shapes into your and once you have used a shape, you can see it still remains under the format, which I can actually bring in another shape from this drop down here. Okay, we have different kind of shape elements here, which you can experiment on your own, bring them in and resize them all. Now let's go on to the next item, which is table. So in some cases, we have some questions that are in tables. Now let me go for a new document, Control and N. I have a new um, tab, a new document here, and want to create a kind of questions that are going to have a table. All right, they're going to have table. So just a moment. So in order to achieve that, we are going to be using a particular question for a case study. In this case, we are going to use questions like singular and plural. So let's ask our pupils or students to look for the plural of. So before I go on, when you open your new document, it's very important to make use of this your ruler here. If you can't find it, when you come to this place here, okay, under the view, so you can see the ruler. You make sure it's checked. If I uncheck it, the ruler is gone. So you go back to view and make sure the ruler is checked. So what you actually want to do is to maximize the use of your page. All right. So by clicking and dragging this indent, you indent it inward so that your questions can get to the at least almost to the end of the paper. And you can also do that here to bring this up, okay, and go down. You scroll down the page and bring this also down here. I think it's perfect this way. Now, let's go into our question and bring in our. Let's just type write the plural of these nouns. Now, we need a table. Insert, you come to table. So when you click on this drop down arrow here, as you select your table, you can see what's happening. This is one row with a column. If I come this way, it's going to be two columns with one row. If I come this way, we have three columns, four columns like that. So when I come down, we have two rows, three rows, depending on what you have. So for the purpose of this, we just need two columns with five rows. Now, you can adjust this. You can see this little box down here. You click and drag it to adjust to the kind of table you want to have. You can see that so simple. Now let's type in the header, which is here singular. Press tab. Sorry, that's wrong. Let's correct that. And you can auto correct that here. Singular and plural. Now, for the first one, let's say we have bag. Now here we have table. Here we have boy, and we have say cup. So this is how you create that, and you can select this When you double click, it select the entire column, and you can come to your home tab and edit, make that bold. You can do this capital letter. My other videos takes you on uh, tour of how you make use of this clipboard and fonts with the paragraph tools. Okay, so let's center it to the middle, and you can come down to the design layer here and further make that header come to the middle. Yes, I think it's okay like this. Let's make it this way. Okay, so this is how you use your table, and you can always do this with your table. So in the next one, let's go to the image, bringing in image into our work. Let's go to the other examples that we have here. I think I saw image here. Now we are asked to name this object. Okay, this is clock and this is ball. So how did this ball, clock, whatever image, this is not a shape, this is an image. So when you want to bring in an image, you make sure the image is on your system, or if your system is connected to the internet, you can browse the internet for images. For instance, if I go to insert pictures, you can actually insert picture from your computer, or you can import from the web online pictures. Okay, whichever you are comfortable with. So when I go to picture, it takes me into my system, and I can now locate under my pictures. You see I have some vector images here for trumpet, for um, flat screen TV, for laptop. Let me bring in this laptop. I click on it and I click insert. Now when it comes here, please take note of here. I want you to listen to this carefully. Now look at this that comes with the picture you are bringing in. You can see that it has this inserted image has altered the arrangement of these questions. Before we before we inserted it, this name of object was followed by this line. Okay, but now this imported image has altered the arrangement of these questions. So the reason for this is the order of this image. So you come down here, you come to this icon here, you click on it, and you wrap your text by bringing it in front of text. Okay, you bring it in front of, now is in line with the text. That is why it has altered the arrangement of this. So you bring it to front of text. Always do that with all your images so that the images can float. You can see now it's floating. You can see it's not disturbing anything again. So you can resize it from the side. Okay, it's not advisable to do that from this side here. Is bad. Okay, it's going to like distort the look of your picture. So what you need to do is to come to um, this vertical, this right corner here. You come to the corners, okay, so that it can reduce the size from all the angles. Okay, so this is how you bring in your image into your questions, and you position them. Always remember to order it here. Don't forget, always order your images when you bring them in here so that they don't alter the arrangement of your text. Now, um, before we go, let me take you on how to bring a line here. Look at this question. I want us to bring in a line here that is going to go diagonal. They said match the small letter to a big letter, and usually we used to have a sample, okay, like actually matching one of the um, questions. So let's go to insert and bring in a line. Okay, so you can draw your line from this A to this one here. So remember your format. Let's use the format here, and here we go. Can you see that? So that is how you do that here. Now, on the next, we have text box. This is very, very important. Now, let's look at this question here. Let's come here. Um, Difference between typing ordinarily. Ordinarily, when we come to our page here, let's use our new page for that. If you have here, I will just type here. We type, um, we have cats, dog, cat. Let me use tab, dog, goat. Now, see, it's right on the page, okay? But when you insert a text box, come to shape, this is a text box here. When you insert a text box, you can now draw out your um, rectangle, which is going to contain text. It's different from the other type of rectangle that can contain the text. This one can contain the text, and here you can bring in your text, cat, dog, goat. Now, remember, is a shape, okay? You come here and order it once more. You can see it's already ordered in front. Now, what is happening here is that you can actually move this wherever you want. So it's going to be very, very helpful for you when you are typing your questions, okay? I will tell you when we need them, okay? We need them for questions that you don't want them to alter other text, okay, so that they will be floating around and you can actually adjust them to wherever you like. And you can also, inside this text box, you can also put in a table there. Okay, I can insert a table into this place to float. Insert table. You can see I have a table inside, and when I now pick on the text box, you can see it moves. It's on like this other table here. You can't move this anyhow you like. At times it can alter whatever is there. Can you see what happens? It can alter your work, okay? But when you have a kind of table that is floating, it's not going to alter anything. Okay, so I'm bringing in this tip for you so that you can actually know that this text box is a very powerful tool in typing exam questions, because at times we want to adjust the images to be where we exactly want them to be. So I think that is all about the basic important tools that we need to type our questions. Okay, thank you very much. And in the second part of this lesson, we are actually going to go to some examples. Okay, typing some, which we have already done some questions. Okay, we have done some of them, but we are particularly going to be facing quantitative, okay, and the mathematics questions.